Channing Tatum at Variety.com/Channing Tatum revealed in a new Variety cover story at WPAWAKEIN that Gambit will be somewhat softening his Cajun accent in Avengers Doomsday, which is now in production. Tatum debuted as the Marvel superhero in last year's Deadpool and Wolverine after spending and failing to get a standalone Gambit movie made under 20th Century Fox. A running joke in Deadpool and Wolverine is that nobody can understand Gambit's thick Cajun accent. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool quips at one point, "Who's your dialect coach? The Minions?" It appears Gambit will be easier to understand in Avengers Doomsday, which sees Tatum back to face off against Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom alongside Florence Pugh, Pedro Pascal, Chris Hemsworth, and various other Marvel actors. Tatum told Variety that studio executives really had to wrap their mind around the accent and how people are going to understand him as Gambit moves forward in the MCU beyond Deadpool and Wolverine. "I'm not going to go full Cajun," Tatum said. "Directors Anthony and Joe Russo want things to be funny, but they don't want to go full Deadpool. They want to keep the drama and keep it tight. When Gambit gets serious, when he drops the Mardi Gras mask, things do matter." Tatum previously told Access Hollywood that his Gambit accent in Deadpool and Wolverine was intentional, explaining, "There was very little improv. The Cajun dialect is a very particular one. I grew up in Mississippi, and my dad is from New Orleans. So it's one of those things that I grew up around it, but I've never done it. There are certain little isms that are very Cajun-y, but we actually intended it to be somewhat unintelligible." That was sort of the joke. Ryan would come up to me and say, "I don't want to know anything that you're saying on this take, so I just dialed it all the way up," Tatum added. And then other ones, he's like, "All right, I've got to understand what you're saying now." Just how Gambit factors into Avengers Doomsday remains under wraps, but he's clearly got fight scenes. As Tatum also revealed to Variety that he suffered an injury on set that has resulted in him taking pain medication and will require intensive physical therapy. He had to be sidelined from some action scenes due to the injury, instead sitting in for close-ups of his face while relying on his stunt double to do the heavy lifting. "It's not about the pain I feel in the moment," Tatum said. "It's knowing I can't take this back. And now I know what the next 6 months of my life will be like. I just hate getting old. In my mind, I'm literally still 30 years old. 26, if I'm honest." Avengers Doomsday is set for release on December 18th, 2026 from Disney and Marvel Studios. https://variety.com. Read Tatum's full Variety cover story here. https://wp.me/ptuak1lgn